in Nairobi, when looking for a place with good space, good quality, a good price, and good returns, look no further because we found an interesting Chinese developer who's doing their flagship project here in the heart of Westlands. And imagine you're 5 minutes away from things like Aga Khan Hospital, GTC, Expressway. This is literally a golden investment. And that's why it's called the Golden Mansion. Now, starting off, we've got here an A1 style apartment. There are four types of apartments here. There's A1, A2, A3, and the duplexes. Unfortunately, we're a bit late on the duplexes, and we'll have a challenge showing you that because they're all sold out. That's how much investors believe in this property. Now, one of my favorite things about this particular apartment is yes, okay, it's a one bedroom, we'll concede that, but it's an ideal investment property for yourself or if you're into Airbnbs because of how spacious it is and how practical it is. And a lot of the things here are quite modular, especially like the couch in the sitting room that can be configured into a nice sofa bed. So then you technically have two bedrooms or a nice cozy place to chill with the girlfriend and watch TV. And then this right here is very interesting because you can literally adjust the size of this table for more seating and just look at how much it comes out. Here now you can have a nice four-seater, so you can have like a double date at home or something. And ladies, you'll love this. You can adjust the height of these lights here. Isn't that cool? I'm really quite uh, distracted by these things because I can always play and adjust different sizes and different lighting things. And even this, you get like an adjustable socket thing here and a nice gigantic worktop space. I've been told that these apartments come with this sort of finishes, and also it's well equipped. You've got a stovetop, got a hob here, and you've got a nice oven there, and there's going to be space for a microwave. This is just a show house, so it's not the complete product, but generally, even the size of this show house, by the way, if you're thinking it's a bit small, is just because it's in an office building. The real size of the actual apartment is a little bit bigger, coming in at 70, I believe 78, just over 78 square meters. So that's a nice big apartment, and you've got a lot of headroom. This is 3.5 meters. That's correct. Um, yeah, all in all, it's a nice little apartment, perfect for investment. Got here lots of room. This place is very well staged. If you like the furnishings and all those sorts of things, we can even give you a quotation for that and sell it off as a package because the developer and us, we've sort of worked out a nice package deal because they have their own furnishings and all this. In fact, a lot of the finishes here are all in-house. And I think that's just an ideal thing to do because it simplifies everything. Nice big balcony. In fact, this is not the final product because again, we're in an office building and well, the actual apartment will not have that barrier, but a much bigger balcony to step out on. A lot of people who've already bought into this place are even asking, can they fit a jacuzzi on the balcony? And well, once you buy the place, it's up to you. As this is a one bedroom, we have a general shared bathroom here, but it's not anything small. And yeah, there's quite a lot of space here, in fact, for a washing machine, washer dryer, and a nice big generous shower. And that feature there I quite like because it's not wallpaper, it's an actual tile, and it looks really nice. Now here we've got a nice big spacious bedroom. And within this bedroom, we've got ample closet space, nice bed. This is a king size bed, and there's a lot of room to walk through. And again, it's not the actual apartment size, but as you can see, there's quite a lot of space in this room, and it's quite comfy. And I like the decor, man. Like this, all this golf stuff. This is really cool. Can reach out and touch it. Yeah, but a lot of the furnishings are in-house, so that's really cool. Now, here is an A3 apartment, and this is another apartment I'd like to feature because it's rather quite interesting. These ones are going to be built in the corners of the building, so you get nice panoramic views of Westlands and all that. And it's also quite spacious because it's a two-bedroom. And yeah, there's quite unusual furnishings here and there, but again, all equipment and fittings come standard with the apartment, like the countertops and the way the kitchen is set up. This rather unusual thing I have confirmed is not a fireplace, but it is a humidifier and AC unit. And I think that is rather quirky. I really like it. And yeah, again, as it is, this is a show house that's set up in an office building. So we can't really get the gist of the balcony views, but again, this is a large balcony here that's gonna look really nice in the corners of the building. And yeah, there's lots of space here. One of my favorite features, in fact, is the nice light fixture above here that looks like a pearl necklace on a woman's neck, and I think that's really classy. Quite like it. And then yeah, like if you remember my uncle in the last video was looking for an apartment. Well, I found like a small bedroom for him to come and stay in whenever he wants to visit me. And yeah, it's quite cozy in here. There's ample storage space in the closets, and this is a nice queen size bed. I mean, you can still stretch out in a queen size bed, especially, Kenyans are not my height generally, but Kenyans are quite short people. They can fit in there. A lot of Kenyans. They let me not get into that. Yeah, here's just a shared bathroom for people in the general areas and the small bedroom here, the junior suite. It's got enough room, really. It's got space again for washer. There's a nice heated towel rack here and the toilet and a nice decent shower. But yeah, let's check out the master. Now you immediately are greeted by yourself because it's a full length mirror. And yeah, nice big closet. Another rather interesting looking king size bed. Big windows, good enough space for like a small vanity. I mean, if you're not really staying in the apartment, this is also an ideal like executive apartment that you can rent out. And yeah, we've got a nice big bathroom, massive sink. Uh, we've got mirrors in all the apartments. These mirror vanity units have closet space and they're backlit, which is a rather interesting feature. And they're heated, so they don't fog up when it gets quite humid in here. A nice big shower with these beautiful tiles that I really am obsessed with. I'm going to get some for my place, honestly, because I like this. And yeah, I've been looking at wallpapers and tilings like this, so I can have quite unique features in my home if you're ever lucky enough to visit. Anyway, um, yeah, so nice spacious place. Now come, let's go talk about the prices and a bit more about the developer. Okay, so looking at things this way, this place is in the heart of Westlands. It's going to be on Muthithi Road, and that makes it 5 minutes from things like Aga Khan Hospital. There are quite a few schools in the area. You'll be 5 minutes away from Sarit, from GTC, and even the expressway, which pretty much opens out Nairobi to you. Now, also thinking about it being in the center of Westlands, it's quite an attractive uh, property for people who are just coming in for maybe short to medium term stays. So if you're looking at having like an Airbnb or even a private executive apartment that's serviced and all that, they have good amenities here like swimming pool on the rooftop. There's going to be a children's playground and even a small shop. And even when you enter the building, there's going to be like a concierge service and a nice big lobby area where you can receive guests, and they feel quite welcomed here. Ample parking. They've got probably 4 stories of parking, including a basement parking. And yeah, all this, you wouldn't believe the price, but it's the all this and all the apartments available are right now underneath I would say 18 million shillings, which is really a steal. The smaller A1 apartments, they start ranging from 7.2 all the way up to probably 10. It depends. The Nairobi prices for apartments, what I understand is that the higher you go, the more expensive the apartment is. And also in this place, we've got almost 30 floors of developed space. 20 from the 3rd floor to the 27th are all these apartments. The duplexes, unfortunately, have all been sold out. I've seen the board, and there's a clear orange line of all the duplexes sold out. And man, even I wish I could get one. But yeah, still, if you're above the 6th floor, you're getting good views. In some cases, on some sides of the building, you'll be looking at GTC, you'll be looking at the expressway, you'll see all the way to Gong Hills on one side. So there's a lot of nice views. You're not lacking views here because you're right in the middle of Westlands, which is its own CBD and its own like cultural district. It has its own vibes. I mean, the smaller A1 apartment is 7.2. The nicer modular apartment that I like is from about 9.2 there. And this big 2-bedroom starts from 10.2. So there's a good range from let's say from 7.2 to around 18 million. You've got yourself a nice ideal investment spot. There are a lot of people here taking apartments for them, their wives, their kids. And I mean, it's just a solid investment, lifelong. And if you want to just retire here in Nairobi, or you want to retire outside Nairobi and have like a small apartment to live in, this is ideal. And then you can rent it out the whole year. And yeah, think about it, guys. You know the number to call, and it's nice to see you. Happy New Year, everyone. Take care.